Every 40 seconds in the United States, someone has a stroke. That is less time than it takes to check your email or make a cup of coffee. It is a sobering statistic and a stark reminder of how vulnerable our most vital organ is. Beyond such a sudden, life-altering event lies the slower, more silent threat of cognitive decline that many of us fear as we age. The gradual loss of memory, clarity, and the essence of who we are. This fear is often rooted in a sense of helplessness, a feeling that our brain's destiny is out of our control. But what if that were not entirely true? What if one key to building a stronger, more resilient brain was waiting on your dinner plate? What if you could actively and deliciously fortify your brain cells, starting today? Specific, powerful foods are scientifically proven to do just that. They are packed with a unique type of nutrient that acts as armor for your neurons. Today, we will reveal the top 4 fish loaded with these brain-supporting omega-3 fatty acids. However, this isn't just about what to eat. It's also about what to avoid. A hidden danger lurks in some of the most popular fish at your grocery store. A neurotoxin so potent it can undermine your best efforts. Before we introduce our brain-boosting heroes, we must first expose this villain. I will reveal the common fish you should avoid to prevent a dangerous buildup of toxic mercury in your brain. A substance that can sabotage your memory, focus, and long-term health. Stay with me, because this is information everyone needs to know. Before we unveil the 4 champions of brain health, we must address the toxin in the water, mercury. Many of us have heard warnings about mercury in fish, but the advice can be confusing, leaving people to either avoid fish altogether or eat the wrong kinds, unknowingly exposing themselves to risk. Let's clarify this, because understanding this threat is the first step toward protecting your brain. So, what is mercury and how does it end up in our seafood? Mercury is a naturally occurring heavy metal. Industrial activities like burning coal have released vast amounts of it into the atmosphere, which eventually settles in our oceans, lakes, and rivers. In the water, bacteria convert it into a highly toxic form called methylmercury. This is where the food chain begins its dangerous work. Tiny plankton absorb the methylmercury. Small fish eat the plankton. Larger fish eat the smaller fish. And even larger predatory fish eat those fish. At each step, the mercury doesn't just pass through. It bioaccumulates, building up in the fatty tissues of the fish. As a result, the largest, longest-living predatory fish can have mercury concentrations millions of times higher than the water they swim in. When we consume these high-mercury fish, that toxin is passed directly to us, and its primary target is our central nervous system, our brain. Mercury is a potent neurotoxin that can cross the blood-brain barrier, a protective filter that normally keeps harmful substances out. Once inside, it can lead to a host of neurological issues, including memory problems, attention deficits, and impaired motor skills. For the developing brains of fetuses and young children, the risk is even more severe, which is why pregnant women receive the strictest warnings. The threat is real for all adults. If our goal is to preserve cognitive function, we must actively avoid high mercury exposure. The good news is that avoiding it is straightforward once you know the primary offenders. The FDA and EPA provide clear guidance on this, and the list of fish to limit or avoid is quite short. The main culprits are large, predatory fish that sit at the top of the marine food chain. The fish you should avoid or eat very rarely are shark swordfish, king mackerel tilefish, especially from the Gulf of Mexico, big-eye tuna. Notice a pattern? These are all large hunters of the sea. Their size and lifespan give mercury years to accumulate. While one meal of swordfish may not pose a threat to a healthy adult, making it a regular part of your diet is a risk not worth taking, especially when safer, more beneficial options exist. A simple rule of thumb is that smaller is generally safer. Fish lower on the food chain have significantly lower levels of mercury. With a clear understanding of what to avoid, let's turn our attention to the heroes of our story. These are the fish that are not only low in mercury, but also rich in the nutrients your brain needs to thrive. If there is one superstar in the world of brain-healthy foods, it is salmon. Praised by doctors and nutritionists, salmon is a nutritional powerhouse. and its most profound benefit lies in its extraordinarily high concentration of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically docosahexaenoic acid or DHA. Think of DHA as an essential building block for your brain. Your brain is about 60% fat, and a significant portion of that fat is DHA. It is a primary structural component of your neurons in the cerebral cortex, the area responsible for memory, language, and abstract thought. DHA helps maintain the fluidity of cell membranes, which is critical for the efficient transmission of nerve signals. An abundant supply of DHA supports sharp and fast communication between brain cells. This is where the connection to brain health becomes clear. The omega-3s in salmon, particularly DHA and its partner eicosapentaenoic acid, EPA, play a multifaceted role in protecting your entire cardiovascular system. They help reduce chronic inflammation, lower triglyceride levels in the blood, and reduce blood pressure. Meta-analyses have shown that omega-3 supplementation is associated with a reduced risk of major coronary events and cardiovascular death. Essentially, omega-3s help keep your blood vessels flexible and clear, ensuring your brain receives the constant, uninterrupted supply of oxygen-rich blood it needs. Research has demonstrated a direct link between omega-3 levels and brain health. A study published in the journal Neurology found that individuals in their 40s and 50s with higher levels of omega-3s in their blood had better brain structure and cognitive function. Specifically, higher omega-3 levels were associated with larger volumes in the hippocampus, the brain's critical memory center. Now, not all salmon is created equal. You've likely seen both wild-caught and farm-raised options. For optimal benefits, wild-caught is the superior choice. Wild salmon's natural diet results in a more favorable ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids. While farmed salmon is still a better choice than no salmon, choose wild if you have the option. The recommended amount is about 2 3 to 4 ounce servings per week, which is sufficient to supply your brain with protective omega-3s. Our second brain-supporting hero is often overlooked, but is one of the most potent sources of omega-3s you can find: mackerel. To be clear, we are referring to Atlantic or Pacific mackerel, not the king mackerel on our avoid list. These smaller mackerel are champions of brain health. Mackerel boasts one of the highest concentrations of both EPA and DHA, often surpassing salmon. A single serving can provide well over the recommended weekly intake of these critical fatty acids. This makes mackerel a particularly efficient way to support your brain's structure and function. The power of EPA, found abundantly in mackerel, deserves special attention. While DHA is known for its structural role, EPA is a master at fighting inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation is a silent enemy of the brain that can damage blood vessels and impair neuronal function. EPA works by producing compounds called resolvins, which help resolve and shut down the inflammatory process. By consuming EPA-rich fish like mackerel, you provide your body with the tools to quell inflammation in the brain and throughout the cardiovascular system. Beyond its incredible omega-3 content, mackerel is rich in other brain-supportive nutrients. It is an excellent source of vitamin D, a nutrient in which many people are deficient. Vitamin D plays a crucial role in brain development and function, and low levels have been associated with an increased risk of cognitive impairment. Mackerel is also packed with selenium, a powerful antioxidant mineral. Selenium helps protect the brain from oxidative stress and may even help counteract the effects of trace amounts of mercury. One of the great things about mackerel is its affordability and convenience. It's often sold smoked or canned, making it a budget-friendly way to boost your omega-3 intake. Remember the acronym SMASH: salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, and herring. This is your go-to list for the safest and most beneficial fish for your brain. Mackerel is a cornerstone of this group. If you are finding this information valuable, take a moment to subscribe and turn on notifications. We are dedicated to bringing you science-backed health information that can make a real difference in your life. And we would love for you to be a part of our community. Our third hero is perhaps the most humble of them all, the sardine. It's time to bring this tiny fish into the spotlight. For protecting your brain, few foods offer a more perfect combination of safety, potency, and convenience. Sardines are a prime example of the smaller is better rule. Because they are small and low on the food chain, They do not accumulate heavy metals like mercury. This makes them one of the safest seafood sources available. Despite their size, sardines are bursting with brain-supporting omega-3s, offering a rich supply of both EPA and DHA. A single can of sardines can easily meet your omega-3 needs for several days. This supply of fatty acids works to support your brain in multiple ways. The DHA reinforces the structure of your neurons, while the EPA fights inflammation in your blood vessels and brain tissue. The benefits of sardines don't stop with omega-3s. These tiny fish are a significant natural source of vitamin D. They are also loaded with B vitamins, especially vitamin B12, which is critical for maintaining the health of nerve cells. Vitamin B12 is essential for preventing high levels of an amino acid called homocysteine, which can damage blood vessels. Furthermore, when you eat sardines with the bones, you get a massive dose of calcium. A serving of sardines can provide as much calcium as a glass of milk, along with the vitamin D needed to absorb it. This is crucial for your entire nervous system, as calcium plays a key role in nerve signal transmission. Sardines are the ultimate convenience food for brain health. They require no cooking and have a long shelf life. By embracing the humble sardine, you are choosing one of the most nutritionally dense and safest foods for building a resilient brain. They are a core component of the Smash lineup for a reason. Our final hero is a close cousin to the sardine and another unsung champion of the sea, herring. Popular in Northern European cuisines, herring is an oily fish that offers profound benefits for your brain. Like the other fish in our Smash lineup, herring's primary superpower is its phenomenal omega-3 content. It is exceptionally rich in both DHA and EPA. Just a single serving can provide a powerful dose of these fatty acids, which fortify your cognitive health. The DHA integrates into your brain cell membranes, keeping them functional, while the EPA launches a potent anti-inflammatory response within your cardiovascular system. This anti-inflammatory action is crucial. Inflammation can cause the lining of our arteries to become damaged and stiff, creating a breeding ground for atherosclerotic plaques that can narrow arteries. The EPA in herring helps to cool this inflammation, keeping arteries smooth and flexible, thereby promoting healthy blood flow. Herring shares many benefits with its smashed counterparts. It's another fantastic source of vitamin D and is rich in selenium, which acts as a protective antioxidant for the brain. Being a relatively small fish, herring has very low levels of mercury, making it a safe and smart choice for regular consumption. You can find herring prepared in various ways. Pickled herring is a traditional delicacy. Smoked herring, known as kippers, is another popular option. While these preparations can be higher in sodium, incorporating them into a balanced diet is an excellent way to reap the brain-boosting benefits of this remarkable fish. We began with a sobering fact: the alarming frequency of strokes and the pervasive fear of cognitive decline. But we've also discovered a powerful truth: we are not helpless. The key to building a more resilient, better supported brain can be found at the end of our forks. We've unmasked the villain, high mercury fish like shark, swordfish, and king mackerel, and understood that avoiding them is a simple, critical step in safeguarding our neurological health. More importantly, we've celebrated the heroes. We have a simple, memorable acronym to guide us: SMASH. Salmon, mackerel, anchovies, sardines, and herring. These are the elite forces for brain wellness. Each is packed with the omega-3 fatty acids, DHA and EPA, the essential nutrients that build our brain cells, quell inflammation, and support the intricate network of blood vessels that keep our brain thriving. It is important to approach this topic with nuance. While omega-3s robustly support cardiovascular health, which is vital for the brain, the latest evidence from large-scale trials suggests that their direct effect on preventing strokes is not as certain as once believed. Some research has even noted that very high-dose supplements might be associated with an increased risk of atrial fibrillation in certain individuals. However, a commitment to eating 2 servings of these low-mercury, high omega-3 fish each week is one of the most powerful, evidence-based actions you can take for your overall health. It's a dietary change that pays enormous dividends, supporting your heart and fortifying your mind against age-related decline. You have the knowledge. The path to a healthier brain is clear. So, I have a question for you. Which of these brain-supporting fish will you add to your diet this week? Will it be a wild salmon fillet, a convenient can of sardines, or perhaps some smoked mackerel? Let us know your plans and favorite ways to prepare these fish in the comments below. Your journey to a stronger brain starts with your next meal.